What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with another video, and we're continuing to talk about Disney and its mega disaster. Is that right? 2023 was possibly the worst year for Disney thus far in regards to diminishing returns at the box office, in regards to how all the politics and everything they were dealing with that, and so on and so forth. Not to mention their ongoing battle within the stocks and the entirety of who's going to be on the board of directors. Well, we have a new update to all that. That's right. Fight On! Nelson Peltz nominates himself, former Disney exec Jay Rose, I'm going to butcher this one, Razalou, for board seats. That's right. We're coming quickly up on the shareholder meeting where the shareholders will get the right to actually vote on who should be on the board of directors themselves and everything like that. But now we're gonna have Nelson Peltz and this former Disney executive actually on the list as well. And hey, it couldn't come out a better time, considering just the other day we got told that, hey, Bob Iger got a massive payout and everything like that over the after everything that went on last year at during 2023 at Disney itself. You know, him pulling in basically $31.6 million after, you know, having to lay off 7,000 employees. He got himself a nice fat bonus. 50% more than what he brought in 2022, by the way. Yeah, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Well, in this situation now, we have Nelson Peltz giving I say a very good reason just to get on the board, because he's not Bob Iger. But the Tyrion Group's Nelson Peltz has formally asked Disney shareholders to elect himself, as well as former Disney executive Jay Razalou, I'm probably butchering that, to the company's board of directors at the annual meeting this spring. The activist investor, who is allied with Ike Perlmutter, holds a war chest of about $3 billion worth of Disney stock. Let that sink in. These guys have a massive amount of Disney stock at their disposal, and they're only trying to get 2 people on the board. Heck, almost all these guys have something against not Ike Perlmutter. Why am I trying to say that? Bob Iger. Oh, because I just said Ike Perlmutter. That's why. But anyways, all 3 have a bone to pick with freaking Bob Iger. You have Nelson Peltz, who is a large investor, has a lot of money in there, is getting tired of watching his money go down this drain, so he's wanting to get involved. You have Jay Razalou, who was actually kicked out of the company back in 2015, and was at one point trying to become the CEO of Disney, but he got passed over. Interesting how that works. And Ike Perlmutter, one of the former executives for Marvel itself, well, he got fired the moment Bob Iger got back. So yeah, I think there's plenty of evidence to say that they don't like what's going on here. Tyrion, in its own proxy statement today that followed Disney's earlier this week, reiterated complaints about Bob Iger's leadership, and Disney significantly underperformed its peers and its potential. The fund also asked shareholders to withhold votes for 3 nominees put forward by another activist investor, Blackwell's Craig Haddock, I'm butchering that, Jessica Shell, yeah, I said that right, and Leah Sullivan. It said they don't have the same level of relevant experience or qualifications as the Tyrion nominees. I have to agree. Again, when it also comes to Nelson Peltz, something that a lot of people actually don't acknowledge is this guy has a actual history of coming into companies and actually making it better. He did this with Wendy's. He did it with another company that I cannot remember. He actually went in there, made it profitable again, and then left. That's his whole thing. He likes making money. He's seeing his money now go down the drain, and he's not happy. That's what that boils down to. Disney believes all 5 nominees, Tyrion and Blackwell's, are unqualified. The company on Tuesday that the company said Tuesday that Peltz had not actually presented a single strategic idea for Disney. It said Razalou had been out of the business for too long and would have an outdated perspective, and that since he was passed over for CEO in 2015, he'd have a hard time working constructively for Iger. Actually, here's the thing though. This is the board of directors. These are the people that our whole job is to make sure the shareholders are, being represented correctly, everything like that. So when I hear working constructively for Iger, nah, nah, I don't want him to work constructively for Iger. I want him to be working constructively for the shareholders, working on behalf of the shareholders, making sure everything is working great. But hey, hell, even Disney and Deadline are pointing out constructively for Iger. Oh well, why do I keep bringing this up? Well, why am I focusing in on that and everything? Well, you come over here. Bob Iger compensation top 31 million for fiscal year 2023. Disney urges shareholders to support its board nominees as activists circle. That's right. Not only has Disney come out and said, "Hey, don't actually, pick any of these 5 nominees, okay? They're not going to work for Iger. They're not going to work alongside Iger. They're not going to be there for Iger, who they shouldn't be there because most of the board actually is funded by Iger and everything like that and works for Iger. Well, don't choose from one of those guys. Choose from one of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 nominees. Choose from one of our people that we want to get put on the board. Don't choose any of theirs. Okay, don't choose these outsiders. Don't choose the people that outright want to make the company better. Don't choose the Blackwell people that I know nothing about, so I'm not going to speak on them. Choose our guys. These are hand-picked guys that we're selecting and everything like that. Ignore the fact that the shareholder, the board of directors right now is also held up by a bunch of people that we hand-picked and everything like that, and everything just keeps going down the drain and stuff like that. Not like they already also promised to be cutting costs of about $2 billion this year. This year, by the way, 2024. Ignore that. Ignore how last year we laid off 7,000 employees. Ignore the fact that we have all these disasters after disaster after disaster going on at Disney itself, and ignore the fact that we just gave Bob Iger a nice, healthy bonus for all the damages that have been going on over at Disney. Ignore all that. Choose from our 12 people. No, I say Nelson Peltz is right. I think, is he the right guy for the job? I don't know. But you know what? He's poising himself to be the correct choice, the correct nominee, and the correct guy to potentially help steer Disney at least out of the burning trash fire that it is. Even if he gets on the board, I'm not going to say everything's going to change overnight, but it's at least going to try to stop the awful content, all the awful decisions, every ounce of this, and try to make it at least profitable and maybe, hey, less political. But that's just my thoughts on all this. But let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.